Well, we're here in the middle of nowhere and we're out of gas. I thought my driver had a plan. We might just be waiting until morning at this gas station to get started. Oh, Lord. I guess that's part of the adventure or something.
Oysters in the world are on them rocks.
Biggest oysters in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, and there's my phone. Oh, here we are, Cockle Creek. This is literally the end of the road. This is the southernmost road, the end of the southernmost road, and the southernmost part of the Australian continent. This is as far as you can drive, and this is where we start our hike. These guys. Look at these oysters here. Look at that. How's that?
Cold water oyster, mate. The best.
Awesome.
What one?
Yeah. Here we go. Cold water oyster, straight off the rocks of Tasmania.
Firmest oyster you'll ever eat, cold water oyster.
We have a logbook. So let's see who else is out there. According to this logbook, there's nobody on the track. It's just me. R. Eastwick, USA. Okay, we're in the books. There's no one else out there. We have a footwear cleaning station to prevent a fungus invasion. We're clean. Here we are at the start of the South Coast Track. This is Cockle Creek. This is normally where people end their journey and where I planned on ending my journey when I was going to fly into the track and hike out to here. Today should be, the weather looks great. It should be an easy day. 4 to 5 hours into camp. I should be there by noon, just hanging out. Honestly, it's nice to not have a lot of pressure to start off with. If I didn't know any better, I would say from the weather that this is going to be a walk in the park, but I do know better, and I'm just going to enjoy it for today. What's striking me right at the outset is just how heavy this pack is. I'm used to hiking pretty ultralight and only doing a few days, but I've got a few things weighing me down here. First is that my jacket and my sleeping bag and all my other warming layers are all synthetic, which means no down. Down is much lighter and more compact, but if down gets wet, you're screwed. So I didn't want to risk it in a rainforest with river crossings. The other thing is just how much damn food I have. I think I've got about 9 days of good meals that you could stretch out much longer, so I probably have a lot more food than I need. But I'd rather have a few pounds extra in. I'm hoping that the warm-up hike, so to speak, today, and then a good night rest is going to build up some of the muscle I'm going to need in order to hump this thing up the Ironbound Range. There's so much bird life here. The vegetation here already is, it's a very interesting mix. You got the ubiquitous eucalyptus trees. Of course, the forest floor here is covered in ferns, and everything is just dripping wet. You can tell this is a rainforest. Very fresh, crisp air. Feels like you could scrub your dishes with it. Stopped to remove my jacket already because it's warm. I was prepared for it to be freezing, which I'm not complaining because I think we're gonna get there, but you can just see through the trees this wilderness, and it reminds me that how wild this place is that we're going. To the south, the Southern Ocean, Nothing between you and Antarctica. And to the north, the largest rainforest, one of the largest national parks in Australia. Just completely wild land, never been deforested. This forest is vast and it is exactly how it looked thousands of years ago. Dang it. A kangaroo, a little kangaroo was right in the middle of the path. I was 2 feet from him and he hopped off. Well, that gives me some hope to see some interesting wildlife. Maybe it was a wallaby, for the record. Wallabies are like little kangaroos. It looked like a kangaroo. It wasn't very little, though. It was like the size of a large dog. I probably should have studied this before I came out here. Now that I saw that probably wallaby, I'm stalking around in the forest, trying to be quiet and pay attention to what's ahead of me. I mean, I've already seen these giant, ungodly, huge oysters and this wallaby who was probably like 80 to 100 pounds sitting right in front of me. It's making me feel like as I plunge forward, anything is possible. That's what I'm gonna see. Here's the first bit of mud that this trail is notorious for. I reckon this is just a taste of things to come.
Still tied, draped around your shoulder.
I was just passed by a local day walker, and yes, it's a wallaby, not a kangaroo. So, saw a wallaby, hopefully gonna see one again. Well, I didn't think I'd see another body out here, but I'm being proven wrong twice. A day walker and now somebody coming down the track. Hi there. Where are you coming from? From Melaleuca. When did they fly you in?
Friday.
On Friday, okay. Yeah, you got in probably just before my flight was supposed to be. They delayed it and I just had to come into Cockle Creek here, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just heading up the other way?
Yeah, I'm just heading up the other way. They couldn't even, it's like bad weather all the way out as far as they could forecast.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go up to the top of Ironbound and come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're not sure about getting a flight out even. No, it's a great walk. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your hike out.
worries.
Yeah,
Have a good time.
we'll do. Good. Wow, how fortunate to run into the one person that is on this track coming the opposite way right at the beginning when she could give me all the good knowledge. So we learned about some challenges. The boats might be filled with water. You have to bail for an hour. The oars are screwed. A lot of them are broken. It's supposed to just be mud hell after a certain point. And going up and down the Ironbound is supposed to just be an absolute nightmare, was the word she used. She said going up on the other side, which I'm not doing, wasn't too bad, but that the side I'm going up was a muddy, slippy, slidey nightmare. So, got some good knowledge about the track, markers, things like that. Just very, very, very fortunate that I keep running into the right people that give me the right information. You know, a guidebook can only do so much. It's a lot better to hear from somebody that was actually there right before I'm gonna be there. The water here in Tasmania is supposed to be some of the purest in the world, supposedly. They say don't even bother filtering it. Just go ahead and have a drink. So here we go. Tastes like water. You can hear it now. There's a roar. There's a lot of bass to it. That sounds quite powerful. And that, my friends, is the Southern Ocean.
Counting twos, counting fours, when you're feeling soft, treading rivers so kindly. Break it off,
Oh, I
break it
can hear
off.
it.
When you see it
It's
glow,
very loud now.
when you forget it's ripened. Atutala, when you lift your feet, and you know it's been paving. Scattered rains, count the dandelions, and the
The Australian continent. Oh, here it is. This is the South Cape Bay. This is the direction we just came from. And this is the Southern Ocean. Remember what I said about passing those day hikers and not seeing another soul for 7 days? Not so much. Okay. Everybody in the frame. Just gonna stop for a snack here now that I got to the ocean. I want to show you this right here is what's weighing me down. This is all my food. I'm looking forward to eating a lot of it, certainly the heaviest things first, so that I'm not carrying this giant hunk with me. At least I won't go hungry. Salami and cheese. First of many beach walks, to be sure. So a guy I was talking to that did the South Coast Track said instead of going back up that way at low tide, which I think we're close to it now, you can just continue to walk along the beach, which I thought would be okay until I saw this surf over here. It looks fairly gnarly. Take the long way around.
We're alone, just like you said.
I would say that trail, which was up until now a nice boardwalk and well cut out, pretty much to where those kids were, was a pretty nice trail, and it has become significantly less of a trail.
Only one thing left to roll.
I'm starting to see why he said to take the coast instead of coming up here, if at all possible. Guess I have a lot of this to look forward to over the next few days. Look at these things. They look so edible, but it's Australia, so I'm 99% sure they'll kill you. Keep in mind, because I'm going in and out, anything I do until the Ironbound range that sucks, I have to do twice. So it's gonna be double suck. Or perhaps triple suck, because the weather's gonna be worse on the way back than it is right now. Wow, okay, look at this, look at this. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Tonight's camp is right down there. It's the South Cape Rivulet. Look at this stuff. This is the real South Coast Track. I've been on a kiddie hike until now. I don't even want to think about this stuff in bad weather. Oh boy.